Yeah, man. So the other day, I watched that monkey film, bro. The um the Primate film, and I'm just gonna do a little review on that now. And I know you're thinking, well, you're probably not thinking this, but I know like I just wanted to gloat quickly, that like this film, I'm in the UK. This film comes out 30th of January in the UK, and I saw it early. You know why? Calm boys with the monkey. That the monkey from Primate. Bro, that's my boy. And like it started by him hitting me up. He was like, "Yo, ooh ah ah ooh ah ah," and I was like back to him, "Ooh ah ah ooh ah ah and then he was like to me, "Ooh ah 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 ooh ah and then I was like to him, "Ooh ah ooh ah," and then he accused me of racism because he was like, "Yo, bro, I speak English." I was like, "Oh, bro, my bad, my bad," and I was like, "Yo, you're speaking monkey language to me. You're not speaking chimpanzee language, and apparently he's a chimpanzee and not a monkey and everything." And I was like, "Oh, my bad, bro, my bad, bro." And I was like, "Yo, I was gonna do you a solid because you're my boy and get you some free tickets to watch my movie early and everything." And I was like, "Yo, sorry, bro, I really don't want to watch this film." And I was like, "Okay, calm, I got you. Just stop calling me a monkey and call me a chimp and speak to me in English because I'm not a dickhead." And I was like, "Yeah, nah, that's right, bro. You're not a dickhead." So let's get into the review. The movie was kind of good. Like genuinely, I was pleasantly surprised with the movie. We start out on a plane. Actually, I will say this one thing. So I went to Odeon, right, to watch this film, and I missed the first 15 minutes of it because when they do these limited screenings, they don't play any ads at the start. So I'm getting my popcorn and everything, and the movie started whilst I was getting my popcorn, so we missed the first 15 minutes of it. But from what I understand, they go on the airplane to Hawaii and they're at the family's house and they're like, "Yo, we're gonna get shit faced drunk. We're gonna do drugs." It's a classic cabin in the woods tale about all the people there and how like the monkey is like their brother, their family, and the monkey something happens to the chimpanzee. I'm so sorry, yo. So sorry to something happens to the chimpanzee and then slowly one by one they all die. So classic cabin in the woods, hunter, slasher, horror flick, and the good. Well, the good was that some of the kills in there were very gory, very cool, very like, oh wow, damn, they just got fucked up. Nice. And then some of the kills are like, "Oh no, you didn't," and then the monkey's like, "Oh yeah, I did," you know. And then yeah, so the kills are really good, really gory, and there's one scene in particular where they're in like a closet where I was actually on the edge of my seat, and yeah, so kills were pretty satisfying. And I want to talk about the chimpanzee in the film. Like the chimpanzee, yeah, my boy, he done a great job in the film. You know what I mean? Like I didn't even know like chimps could act like that. You know what I mean? Like bro, like smiles, bro, taps an iPad that gives like translations, and he's like, "Go fuck yourself," like kind of Stephen Hawking type vibe. And bro, like it was menacing. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, damn, this monkey can talk and everything. And yeah, the monkey was very good in the film. And so satisfying kills. The best character was the monkey. And actually, there's one scene in particular. So the dad that owns his home in Hawaii, he's deaf, bro, can't hear shit, you know? So they do a really cool thing where like monkey's doing his monkey business, killing folks, and then you're seeing it from the dad's point of view in the background, and you're seeing him do all this shit, and then the dad can't hear shit, so it's just silence, and you're like, oh, you see that, you see that, and yeah, that was pretty cool, and yeah, that was pretty cool as well. But onto the bad, and there's a lot. I did say this film is very enjoyable, which it is, but man, for this film, you could not see shit. Everything takes place basically in the second and third part in the dark. And like you genuinely cannot see some of the characters, and half the characters are white and you can't see them. Do you know what I mean? They bring a black character in there, and God help him, like he was fighting his inner demons to be present on that screen. But like the lighting was so bad in this film. Like all they needed to do was turn the exposure up on the camera, maybe adjust the brightness in the settings, whatever the fucking editors do, and just like make sure that you can actually see what's going on in the movie, because there's so many cool things that happen in this movie that you just don't see at all. Like period, which really just irks me. And another thing is the focus of the camera of the film. So like when sometimes there's action going on, like it's very blurry, very like I don't know if it is the CGI or the monkey, but even though the monkey's real, I know the monkey, that's my boy. The CGI was very like blurry. It just looked like, see my hand waving right now. It was like that, but obviously not as fast, and it kind of takes you out of the action because you see like all like the like dirty pixels going all over the place in the cinema, and I wasn't a fan of that. And sometimes the framing was just off. Like you'd have two people that are meant to be like just in the middle of the side, but then the camera's kind of crooked, and you have to turn your head a bit. And I was just so confused, like why they made that decision and everything, and I just wasn't a fan of that. And the third thing, the storyline is not great. The storyline ain't winning any awards, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, storyline's not winning any awards. It was just so basic. Plot, like everything was just so basic. Very disposable characters, and just you're not gonna go into this expecting like a Lord of the Rings or Inception or just something avant-garde. You know what I mean? But it's a monkey movie. What do you expect? But I feel like even for a scary movie, they should have had a bit better. They should have unfolded the storyline a bit, especially in the middle, to a better place than where it actually ended up. You know, and that's that. One thing I will say, the movie is surprisingly very funny. Like genuinely very funny movie. I was actually like laughing quite a lot during this movie, and I was surprised how funny this movie was. And yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna rate this one around about a 65%. It was pretty good. Did like it. 6.5 out of 10, and I do think it's worth a watch. It's hilarious, fun for the whole family, and yeah. And side note, yo, Ben, the monkey, the chimpanzee, yo, I'm sorry I called you a monkey, bro. I hope that we can be cool. I hope that we can be boys again, because like what I did was uncool and everything. And I don't want to get cancelled, bro. So Ben, please, bro, just don't cancel me. And yeah, I hope it, boys. And yeah, this is my first movie review. If you liked it, hit the like button, hit the like button, bro. If you liked it, hit the button, subscribe. I'm gonna start putting out some more shorts, and yeah, that was me dancing, bro. Yeah, hopefully you liked it. Cool. Bye.